Randy in position for another curb stop. Oh, my God! Unbelievable counter! Oh, my God! Oh, no! The thumb with the RKO! Showing no mercy. There's no doubt Orton doesn't want Cena in that ladder match. RKO to Cena.
In a company where legends rise and then disappear, one man keeps coming back. Injuries, betrayals, rivalries, and eras have come and gone. Somehow, Randy Orton always survives. Professional wrestling is a brutal industry. Careers often burn bright for a few years and then fade away. But Randy Orton is different. For more than 2 decades, Orton has remained one of the most important stars in world wrestling entertainment. He debuted in the early 2000s. He became a world champion before the age of 25. He survived locker room controversies, injuries, creative changes, and multiple wrestling eras. And today, he is still considered one of the greatest performers in WWE history. Fans call him the Killer. Others know him as the Apex Predator. But the real mystery is simple. How did Randy Orton manage to survive while so many others disappeared? To understand that answer, we need to go back to the very beginning. Randy Orton was born into wrestling. His father, Bob Orton Jr., was a professional wrestler who competed in the 1980s. His grandfather, Bob Orton Sr., was also part of the wrestling world. For Randy, wrestling wasn't just a career. It was family tradition. But his path was not immediate. Before entering wrestling, Orton joined the United States Marine Corps. However, his military career ended early after disciplinary issues. After leaving the Marines, Orton turned his attention fully toward professional wrestling. He trained in developmental promotions before being signed by WWE. In 2002, Orton debuted on WWE SmackDown. Soon after, he moved to WWE Raw. At first, he was just another rookie. But WWE quickly realized something important. Randy Orton had the perfect combination of athletic ability, natural charisma, and soon he would be placed into one of the most important factions in wrestling history. In 2003, Randy Orton joined the powerful group known as Evolution. The faction included Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista. Evolution was designed to represent wrestling's past, present, and future. Ric Flair symbolized the past. Triple H represented the present and the future. That role belonged to Randy Orton and Batista. Inside Evolution, Orton quickly developed his character. He became known as the Legend Killer, attacking legendary wrestlers to prove his dominance. He feuded with names like Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker. One of the most important matches of his early career came at WrestleMania XX. There, Orton faced Mick Foley in a brutal hardcore match. The match shocked fans. Orton performed dangerous spots that proved he was willing to take risks to reach the top. It changed how fans viewed him. He was no longer just a rookie. He was a future main event star. Then came a historic moment. At SummerSlam 2004, Randy Orton defeated Chris Benoit to win the World Heavyweight Championship. At just 24 years old, Orton became the youngest world champion in WWE history at the time. But success created tension. Triple H turned against him. Evolution betrayed Orton the very next night. Suddenly, the rising star had to survive on his own. And this became a pattern throughout his career. Orton constantly adapted. When fans booed him, he became one of WWE's most ruthless villains. When fans supported him, he transformed into a dangerous anti-hero. He reinvented his character again with the Viper persona. Cold, calculated, patient. His finishing move, the RKO, became one of the most iconic moves in wrestling history. And over Jimmy Orton, Vage's generation. His rivals included John Cena, Triple H, Edge, Sami Punk, Daniel Bryan. Every era of WWE had Randy Orton somewhere in the spotlight. But surviving in WWE is not easy. Injuries ended many careers. Creative changes ruined many characters. Yet Orton kept returning. Even when he stepped away due to injuries, he eventually came back. And each time he returned, the reaction from fans proved something. Randy Orton had become part of WWE's identity. Climax 15, 00-8. Perhaps the biggest example of Orton's ability to survive came during his long rivalry with John Cena. Their feud lasted for years. Championships changed hands multiple times. Both men became the defining superstars of their generation. But while Cena was often presented as the heroic face of WWE, Orton thrived in chaos. He played the villain, the Predator, the man who could strike at any moment with the RKO. And as the wrestling industry changed, Randy Orton adapted again. New stars arrived. New eras began. But somehow, Orton remained relevant. The reason Randy Orton always survives is not luck. It is evolution. He changed his character. He improved his in-ring psychology. And most importantly, he understood professional wrestling better than most performers. For more than 20 years, Orton has remained a central figure in world wrestling entertainment. From the ruthless young legend killer to the cold and calculating apex predator, Randy Orton proved that longevity in wrestling requires patience, intelligence, and adaptability. Many superstars rise. Many legends fall. Somehow, Randy Orton always finds a way to survive. And that may be the most dangerous thing about the Viper.